I'm Mr. J. Hi. I'm here in my massage chair, nice and comfortable. Hopefully you're comfortable too. It's Tuesday, November the 26th, 2024. Today's news is debatable. Debatable, maybe. I looks like a guy. He's a young guy, a little fat maybe, and looks like soldiers, and then food, and they're measuring him. Can you guess what the news is? All right. Convicted military service, gained obese draft punishment, defendant suspended roll and exam. Especially if you're a guy, you might want to pay attention. Okay, a Korean guy. A 26-year-old man in South Korea was convicted. He got in trouble with the law of avoiding mandatory military service by deliberately gaining weight to become obese. So he didn't want to go and do his military service, so he got very, very fat. So he got in trouble legally. The man doubled his food intake and drank lots of water before his draft physical exam. Initially fit for combat, so originally his body was good and he could have been a good, strong soldier. He received a lower grade of level 4, later, and was assigned a non-combat role, allowing him to stay at home. All right. So he still was like doing his military duty, but like the easier type maybe, where you stay at home, and you just go work at like an office or something. The court gave him a suspended 1-year sentence instead of the usual 3. So normally, if you don't do your military duty or you try to not do it in Korea, all guys, you go to prison, jail for 3 years. But they gave him a lenient punishment because he admitted his mistake and he promised to serve properly. His friend, also who helped him with the plan, also received a suspended sentence. His friend got in trouble too. All right. So I don't know if you think this is good or bad. So I'm going to say debatable. What did the men do to avoid military service? And then what grade, right, body grade, did the man receive in his final physical exam? How did the man become obese? How did he become really fat? What is the maximum punishment for avoiding military service? Why did the court give a lighter and easier sentence? Okay. Today's word, also an emotion, joy. But what's the second meaning of joy? Look at this. What's the second meaning of joy? Can you guess from the picture? Well, the first meaning you need to know, but you should also know the second meaning, right? And it's something that gives joy, a source of pleasure or happiness, such as a person, place, or thing, a source. Okay, so it's also the source. So I can ask you, what joy brings you joy, or what joys bring you joy? So what joy brings you joy? I'm going to ask you that. I want you to think of it. The pronunciation is like it's spelling oi, joy. There's just one syllable, so don't worry about the emphasis. The baby was the joy of their life. The garden was her greatest joy, and painting became his joy during retirement. Joy, okay? Joy. The if you look at the translation here, right? It's sort of hard to translate this, I think, into Korean. Right? Because they're not using this word so much when they're translating it, but make sure you know the difference between it, okay? All right, so let's jump over to our weather. Today and tomorrow is going to be partly rainy. Today is a high of 13 and a low high of 14 and a low of 13. Tomorrow is a high of 11 and a low of 6. It's going to get cold tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it will snow if it's really cold at night and there's some rain, but for Chongyang, I wouldn't expect it. All right, so we talked about the partly rainy weather, joy, and getting fat. Trying to avoid military service maybe isn't a good idea. All right, guys, hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.